Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and right now we're going to make some history. Because never in the history of my YouTube channel have I ever revealed someone after only 1 week of The Masked Singer. Normally we wait until there's at least 2 episodes per character, but looking at Group A, I know for 100% 2 of those characters, and right now we're going to reveal one of them. That is the Bull. That's right, get ready folks. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so we really need your subscription. Anyway, let's get started. So for those who have no idea what the heck is going on, first, let me introduce myself. Hi, how are you? My name is Joey Contino. I'm an executive audio producer in New York City, where it's my job to make audio sound good. And that's important for this show, because every single week we get brand new clue packages, and in those clue packages are the celebrities speaking. But Fox is smart. They're like, hey guys, we can't use their real voices, you see? Because if we do, people are gonna recognize them. So they take that voiceover, they speed it up, they pitch it up or pitch it down, so that it sounds different. It sounds very robotic-y. Now, doing what I do, I figured we could slow it down and pitch correct it. That way we can hear the real celebrity voice. Now that, along with the clues, we can go ahead and pretty much figure out who's under the mask. You know, you take your top 5 guesses, you compare the audio, you make sure the clues match up, and boom! That's how you figure out who is under the mask. So that's why it's kind of like a really big deal right now that we've had now... I'm going to say that we had the Bull for 2 episodes, so it kind of does help out. So we have 2 episodes of clues plus a preseason clue, and the way this is going to work is we're going to go through the clues, then we're going to do the pitch correct audio, then we're going to answer the clues, and then I want to know if you agree with me, so make sure you let me know in the comment section. Now, if I am right, you have to make sure you're subscribed. I'm just going to say that right now. Now, if you're like me, you have everything typed up and ready to go, we're going to go through the clues. In the preseason clue, we saw lions and tigers. It's a big clue right there. In episode 1, he said that he grew up in a small town that was surrounded by cows. He said, I traveled around the entire world looking for my destiny to be the greatest of all time. He said that the doors that he knocked on simply did not open, and he became his own boss, and even Hollywood and Forbes took notice. 2 big clues right there. Visual clues were Cooperstown, astronaut from season 4, aka Hunter Hayes, and a lion. The next clues were from episode 2, aka Thursday, because we had 2 episodes that week. He said that when he was in school, he marched the beat of his own drum. There was one place that he felt free to be himself, and that was his garage, where he would sing and have sold-out concerts. From there, he says he lived on his own planet, and tonight he's singing a song that reminds him of his first crush, which also meant his first heartbreak. The back-to-school clues were cheerleaders, big clue right there. Visual clue was the Disney Concert Hall. So those were the clues that they gave us. Now we're going to break down the pitch-correct audio. I'm going to play for you guys the original audio they gave us, and then play our full audio. Now, we have in the past pitch correct him speaking to the judges, which we also have in another video, but for the case of this video, we're doing the pitch correct audio from the clue package. So, listen closely, you may have to hear it a few times, but that voice will come screaming at you. Take a listen.
When I was in school, I marched to the beat of my own drum. There was one place that I felt the most free to be myself, my garage. In that dusty space, I created my own world.
When I was in school, I marched to the beat of my own drum. There was one place that I felt the most free to be myself, my garage. In that dusty space, I created my own world. I put on shows, I gave the best performances, and my shows were always sold out. At least in my head, they were sold out. I lived on my own planet, and tonight I'm singing a song that reminds me of that time.
Oh, come on. You know that voice. You've heard him on YouTube. You've seen him on Broadway and a couple other shows. Who do you think it is? I'm going to tell you in a second. It's Todrick Hall. Now, for those who are screaming, oh, it can't be, let's compare the speaking voice. Here's an interview clip and, of course, our pitch correct audio.
When I was in school, I marched to the beat of my own drum.
Thinking there's no way in a million years that I would ever even be able to fly there from my small town, Plainview, Texas.
Let's go ahead and match up the singing voice. We know that Todrick can do a great falsetto and a couple other things, and so we're gonna match up him performing and then the bull. Here you go.
I can take the rain on the roof of this empty house. Think about her and all the things that come along with you make me.
Oh, come on. That's totally him. Am I right? Come on. 100%. But hey, if you're not convinced, let's answer the clues. Starting off with the lions and tigers. Do you remember this saying? Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! You know what that's from? The Wizard of Oz. And who was fascinated starting at age 6 with The Wizard of Oz? That's right, Hall was. Not only was he obsessed with it, he also created Oz the musical that he started touring around with. Yeah, he was really big into Oz. Now let's jump into episode 1, talking about, he grew up in a small town surrounded by cows. Well, he grew up in Plainview, Texas, which is a massive farming community. They had, isn't it where the largest cow, well, I guess they call it a cow plant? What do they call that, Jewel? Is this just a cow community? What do they call it where they have all the cows at? It's a herd of cow, right? Yeah, whatever. He grew up pretty much in an area that's known for their cows. Yeah, cow community. I can't use that? Julia's yelling at me. I can't use cow community. I think, and no one has ever used that before. I'm trademarking that. That's our new thing. After that, he said he traveled around the world looking for his destiny. That is true. He has traveled literally everywhere, from London to perform around the States. I mean, he's done New York, of course, Texas, Chicago. He's done LA. He traveled everywhere to become what he is now. After that, he says the doors that he knocked on simply said no. Well, this is true. He's talked about struggling in music, being a gay man. In high school he struggled. He struggled outside of that. He struggled at age 18 when he started doing Oz the Musical. And so he created his own community and his own business, which is on YouTube, and his own company, because now he tours across the world. So he employs a lot of people. When it came to being Hollywood and Forbes, well, he was on the 30 Under 30 for Forbes magazine back in 2014. And the Hollywood thing can relate to many different things. One could be American Idol, where he went to Hollywood, he went to Hollywood Week. Another one could be he won the 2019 MTV Music Award working with Taylor Swift. So there's a lot of Hollywood connections right there. Visual clues, Cooperstown, for the love of me, I cannot figure out that one. Out of all the clues, that's the only one I can't figure out, because Cooperstown's is baseball. I was like, maybe he was in Damn Yankees. That's literally the only one I can't figure out. If you can figure that one out, please let me know in the comment section. After that, he talked about the only place that he could ever really perform as a kid was his garage, and I'm going to read this from an article. He says that at home after school, he would skip doing homework, instead teach himself to do all the dances and songs in his garage. He still had no training until a woman who owned a Tip Tap Toes, which is a dance studio, started training him. Pretty interesting right there. He said he lived in his own planet, but tonight he's going to be singing a song that reminds him of his first crush and his heartbreak. Well, we do know that he had a very public breakup. In 2018, he went online and bashed his ex. He was that hurt. Visual clues to cheerleaders. There's a couple things that add up to this. First is he was a cheerleader in high school. A. B. He had done this massive viral video about High School Musical. High School Musical 4, I think it was actually called. It was a tribute to High School Musical, and it's about cheerleaders. After that, we saw the Disney Concert Hall. A couple answers for this one right here. One is that he performed for the Walt Disney Resorts. And then the second one is, actually just recently, I think it's 2019, he created a song for Disneyland's parade that's called Magic Happens. So a couple Disney connections right there. Those are all the clues they gave us. I want to give you guys just a couple more to add up. One is the master list of clues. We have 6 Broadway shows up there, and he's got 5 of them. The Color Purple, Memphis, Kinky Boots, Chicago, and Waitress. And then from there, there's 2 things I wanted to point out. One is Nick Cannon said he knew who was under that mask, and he should. Because back in 2017, he was on Wild 'N Out. Now, if you remember, Nicole, she didn't want to give her answer. She legitimately was like, I am not telling you who this is because I don't want you to steal it. Do you know why? Think about this for a second. Todrick Hall released a new album in 2021 in June called, I think it's called Femuline. Guess who he worked with for one of the songs? Nicole. Now imagine if this album was released in June and the show was filming in the summer. Nicole recognized that voice right away, especially if they've done a song together. She must have went, I know who this is, I ain't telling anyone, because she's gonna hit that golden buzzer. Or not, they're gonna take it off buzzer. I'm telling you. Though Todrick, extremely talented, she won the whole thing, I feel like she's gonna hit the buzzer on that. Mark my word. Mark my word. Anyway, let me know. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section, and thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, I'm Joey. Please stay safe and sound. See you later. Bye.